Hey guys, what's up? Timmy J Tech here, and welcome back to a new episode of Cube World News. I know it's been a while, but over the past few months, more news about Cube World Omega has been revealed. If you saw the short I posted during the summertime, that was just a first look at the announcement posted by Wollay for Cube World Omega. In this reveal trailer, we see that Wollay is working on a new engine. This means that a lot of features could be similar or different to the Steam release. As you can see, there are many new faces being shown here, and this is the main big feature Wollay is showing off. With the addition of procedural models, every model in the world, whether it be a player, NPC, pet, or enemy, is going to be unique. This means that every part of the character is generated by an algorithm instead of being hand-modeled, which allows Wollay to add more facial expressions. Wollay also states in his blog that he's added new movement to the world, including moving clouds, jiggling tree leaves, and water waves. As you can see here, Wollay shows us what it's like in the snowlands. It starts snowing a little, but then it continues to pick up. Wollay added other ambient features like rain and snow. This little bit of natural movement makes the game a lot more complete. And even water can be frozen into ice, making slippery surfaces. This is very intriguing as it adds a new type of physics to the game. It'll be interesting to see how slippery the ice will be, as well if the ice can crack or melt. And now we can see a bit of the rain. It doesn't seem too grainy while watching on YouTube, which is a plus. The alpha version was very dark, and I'd assume it couldn't handle rain as well as it does now. I do like the look of the rain particles. They are very clean, and they don't interfere with the view of the world. There's a nice fog effect too in the background, which adds moody effect. There are many races to choose from in Cube World, and the customization should grow tremendously, I believe. With a lot more options, you won't be seeing the same face around town every playthrough. Every race has new additions to customization for your character like eyes, hair, and even the shirt style. But the procedural models aren't only for characters and NPCs, they're also for enemies like this cute bat. There's so many new variations of these enemies. Now when caving, you won't stumble upon the same 3 bats, but now you could find 3 similar, very equally cute looking bats. It'll definitely make killing cute creatures harder. And we also have the ogre. There are so many new colors and faces. This fight will only become more unique as you fight your way through the hordes. Having variety has always been an important factor in game design. This adds so much life to the game, which greatly improves the quality of NPCs and enemies. We also got a first look at the new GUI. These little 3D looking icons are a great upgrade from the basic 2D ones. It also looks like the health and MP bars are slightly wider as well. I wonder what other changes will be made to the user interface. This is amazing news because all of these features would be great additions to the current iteration of Cube World. The Steam release has many new features which open the game to infinite possibilities, but it also has many setbacks that could be looked at again. We all know the region lock is very limiting, and if you get in a boat in one region and start sailing away across the ocean, once you cross over the region's border, you will not have a boat anymore. This needs to be reverted back to the shop item or have a different way of obtaining it. This goes for the glider as well as all other key items. These key items need to be changed as it's the most different feature from Alpha. Enough about what I want. What do you guys want? What are some changes to the Steam release that would make Cube World Omega better? Let me know down below in the comments. I would love to hear what features you like and don't like. And so, over the past few months, Wollay has also posted new news about Cube World Omega. On to my favorite part about this new update. Dancing zombies. Look at them go. There are so many different styles with different skull sizes, a variety of bone colors showing age, and they even have multicolored cloaks with hoods. Oh wait, no, those are haircuts. That's awesome. This adds so much to the basic model of the zombie, and I'm so glad that with procedural models, Wollay is able to take the time to create more intricate enemies. Who knows what else he has up his sleeve for the other bad guys? Another devlog posted, and Wollay is really showing off what his new models can do. Right off the bat, characters now have idle and jumping animations, but I'll surely miss the old jump animation, which was just a very simple animation being the middle frame for walking. Honestly, fresh animations are very welcome though, and will probably grow on me very quickly. Here we can see Wollay gather up a horde of zombies and show that each zombie has the eat ability. When attacking, they latch onto you and try to eat your flesh, making it hard to escape. The only way to escape is to dodge, roll away, or to use a movement ability. The zombies rapidly drain the player's health until they hit 0, which also heals their own health bars. The zombies will penetrate your armor first, before doing damage with the eat ability. The more armor you have, the more time it takes for the zombies to eat your flesh. Oh no! Ogres! More like, oh my ogres. Other than the Skullbolt, I love fighting some ogres. After adding new zombie variants, the next up on Wollay's list is apparently ogres. This is very exciting as each ogre can be a different size and style as well as wield a different sized wooden mace. Wollay is seen running around as an ogre and shows off a new ability, Belly Slide. This allows the ogre to quickly charge towards their enemies, deal damage, and stun them all in one move. Hopefully this will give us a fresh battle and I'm excited to see how it'll turn out. Next up are frogmen and lizardmen. These were the last two playable races that were not yet added. These models are also procedurally generated, allowing for different facial expressions and a variety of different clothing styles. Wollay also shows off all of the races that are in the game. This includes all of the races that are in the original game: the human, elf, dwarf, goblin, lizardman, undead, frogman, and orc. Another big feature added to this devlog are procedural tools. Each weapon in this clip is generated for warriors. This is a big step as it will take some time to implement like the characters, NPCs, and enemies. It will be worth it in the end when we have all styles of enemies with different wands, bows, daggers, and even shields. Slimes and crabs have joined the list of procedurally generated enemies. This is another huge step as the slimes have a new ability allowing them to split into smaller slime enemies once they are below 50% health. This ability, Divide, helps the slime live a little bit longer, decreasing its damage, but it could potentially do more damage as 3 smaller enemies. The color variant adds just enough pizzazz, making each one unique to the next. Another amazing enemy is getting procedural generation, and that is the crab. With many variants, the beaches will be filled with life, especially when they start coming after you. One wrong move and the crabs might start using its new ability, the claw boomerang. This new ranged attack makes the crab a lot more fun to fight as it throws its claw at you. I cannot wait to see what other abilities Wollay comes up with for these smaller enemies. Alright, on to other news. Now that Wollay has added a variety of new characters and mobs, he's also been working on the inner parts of the game. Instead of placing objects randomly in the world, Wollay now generates a course map where all streets, buildings, trees, caves, and every object that gets placed in the world gets placed in a connected, logical way. The flow from one structure to another is still unique, however it will not place objects on top of one another or in the wrong spot. Wollay adds several details to make the world more enjoyable, including butterflies next to flowers, water lilies moving with the water waves, moths swirling around the streetlights, windmills with turning wheels, and smoke coming out of some chimney tops. Smoothing out all structural generation will allow a much better flow for the travel between multiple obstacles. Pathways connect buildings up, as well as bridges connect roads perfectly over rivers. Having a robust system like this means that there won't be any weirdly generated obstacles blocking your way. Last but not least, the most recent update for Cube World Omega has been about hornets and hedgehogs. Hornets got an upgrade to their models as well as a new ability. The hornet has many new styles and sizes. My favorite part about the hornet is that its body can be huge, but it can also have super tiny wings. I love it! In addition to new models, the hornet also has a new ability called Poison Sting. This allows the hornet to charge a ranged attack and shoot a stinger at its enemies. If hit by one of the stingers, the user will take damage and get poisoned. The hedgehogs are completely new. This awesome cute little furry friend, who is also very dangerous, is the first new addition to Cube World Omega. These guys are cute little furry friends who are also very dangerous. Like the hornet, it has many variations to its color and size. The hedgehog has a very powerful ability called Spike Swirl. Once charged up, the hedgehog can fire a barrage of spikes at its enemies. I cannot wait to see my first hedgehog in game, but taking out those spikes will probably hurt just as bad as getting hit by them. Well, those are all the new features coming to Cube World Omega. Now, the only question is if this is going to be an update to the Steam release of Cube World, or if we're going to have to spend money on the game for a third time. This won't make people happy at all, and even I will be reluctant to play it. Alpha is the version of the game that is similar to what I think the game should be like. So let's see what he makes. I'm hoping we will see a lot more in 2024, but only time will tell. That is all for the news, but if you did enjoy, please stick around for more content. More news will surely rise soon, and you bet I'll be a lot quicker to announce it next time. Thanks for tuning in, and let me know what your thoughts are on the new Cube World Omega features. Are you excited to try it out, or will you pass? If you did enjoy, please consider subscribing as every bit of your support helps. I will be posting more content soon, so stick around. But thank you all for watching and have a nice day.